Hey guys, I'm Jody and welcome to the first Satsuma Street Floss Tube video. I am the designer behind Satsuma Street cross stitch patterns, and if you are a cross stitcher and you don't know about Satsuma Street, stop what you're doing immediately and go to the link in the description below the video. I will put the Etsy shop there. And you'll find lots of colorful, fun, modern designs, and once you try one, you're going to be hooked. You'll be a Satsuma fan for life. If you are already a Satsuma Street fan, thank you, you're the best, and I'm excited for you to join me here on my new little floss tube journey. We'll see how this goes. So the project I wanted to talk about today is my garden party design, and I am going to be showing you a couple of fun new ways to finish it. So if you don't already know this design, this is Garden Party. I did this design for the website So and So as a spring stitch along last year, and now it's available in my Etsy shop and at fine needlework retailers around the world, and it comes in two colorways. This is the cool color, and it also comes in warm. It's just a really, I can't get this turned around right. There we go. You can also see here that this is like a great illustration of the difference in sizes. This one is stitched on 28 count linen over 2, and this is stitched on 20 count linen over 2. So it's a really cool example of like how much it changes if you change the fabric size. This one is finished as a little plaque that you can hang on the wall. It's just stretched over a piece of foam core, and that's one of my favorite ways to finish projects rather than framing them. And this one, of course, is this fabulous throw pillow. The PDF version of this pattern does come with the directions to make the pillow, but I have to say I'm a professional seamstress, and it was a challenge for me to make this pillow. It took all day. So if you aren't a super confident sewer, I would say maybe send it out to somebody who is. But it makes such a great pillow. I think it would be so cool on anybody's couch. So the other way that I'm going to be finishing this design is I've stitched it on a denim jacket. Ta-da! So the way I did this is I stitched it on waste canvas. And if you've never used waste canvas before, it's a really cool product that lets you do cross-stitching on any kind of fabric that isn't made for cross-stitching, like a jacket or a tote bag or a pillowcase. And as long as you use this canvas, you can kind of still create a cross-stitch design without that kind of fabric underneath it. So the way this works is this white stuff is waste canvas. It comes in a little package like this with this little soccer player on it, and it comes in 10 count and 14 count. I don't think I've ever seen it in any other size, but maybe you can let me know in the comments if you have. And you basically stitch down your waste canvas onto your target fabric, in this case the jacket, and that's what these red lines are. I sewed a basting stitch every about 1.5 inches all the way down this thing and all the way across to keep the waste canvas really securely tacked down to the jacket. And then you cross stitch your design on top of the waste canvas, and then when you're done stitching, you pull apart the canvas. It's like made of these white threads, and you just pull them like that. There's one done. So I'm going to show you in a close-up in a second exactly how that works. It's kind of, on a project this big, it's going to take a while. So I might see you tomorrow when it's done, but we'll see. Yeah, so I'm excited to show you this. Let's go to the close-up. Okay, so now you can see a little more clearly what this waist canvas looks like. And you can see my basting stitches a little better. That's all of these red lines here. So now I think I'm ready to take off my waist canvas. Oh, you might have noticed I haven't done any of the back stitching on this yet, like the sun has a smiley face and the birds have legs and that sort of thing. I haven't done that yet because I'm afraid that the back stitching might get snagged in the process of taking this waist canvas out, because that's a little bit of a intense project. So what I need to do this is a pair of sharp, very sharp little scissors and a pair of tweezers to pull out the threads. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut away as much of the waist canvas as I can, and then I'm also going to cut around a lot of these little motifs, because it'll make it easier to pull the threads out. If you have to pull the threads that, you know, a really long distance, it's kind of a struggle. So the more you can kind of cut out different areas, the easier it'll go. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so that's done, and it took no time at all. No, it actually took 5 hours, and my fingers are numb from pulling out all the little strings, and my whole house is covered in this white stuff. I'm going to be cleaning this up for the rest of my life, but it was worth it because that's how it turned out. I think it looks really great. I'm really excited to finally finish it. As I said, I still have to do the border and some of the detail stitching, so I will save that for a later post, but I'm really excited to finish it and wear it. I'm going to wear it all summer. So before I go, I just wanted to cover a few details that I should have talked about earlier. This was stitched using 3 strands of floss, and I used a John James chenille needle to do the stitching. I like these for embroidery stitching. They're really nice and sharp, and that's important for stitching through something like denim. You wouldn't really be able to do that with a typical cross-stitch needle, a tapestry needle, because the tip of those is too blunt to get through something heavy like denim. So for a lot of times when using waist canvas, you're going to want to use an embroidery needle because that'll get through other kinds of fabrics a lot easier. And the pillow was stitched using 4 strands of floss, and I should mention that the cross-stitching was done by Brill Bundy, who is one of my test stitchers, and then finished as a pillow by me. And then this little guy was stitched using 2 strands and that was stitched by Karen Pierce, who is another one of my fantastic test stitchers. So I will put sources for fabrics and that sort of thing in the show notes, and I also want to make sure to tell you that if you like this pattern and you want to give it a try, I'm going to offer a special promo code just for FlossTube viewers, and I will put that in the notes, and that'll be good for 2 weeks, so you can try one of these projects yourself. Hopefully the jacket. I'm hoping to see everybody wearing this jacket this summer. It's going to be the hot item. Anyway, I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I really would love to hear from you in the comments if you have any questions about this project. And also, if you have ideas of what you'd like to see me cover in future posts, that would be great, because I don't really know what I'm going to talk about going forward. So, yeah, give me your ideas. I'd love to hear them. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.